Hi everyone. Today, the topic most people don't want to talk about but seems to be coming up a lot is working with a bloated belly and just bloating in general. I think a lot of people in this realm of healing and wanting to feel better and taking charge of their health are noticing that some of the symptoms associated with SIBO and small intestinal fungal overgrowth and just food sensitivities, lactose intolerance due to SIBO, mold exposure, even just anxiety can cause the belly to bloat. And I know it's uncomfortable. I know it can be distracting. I know it can be a huge detriment to the quality of life. So, inspiration for today is to start to, yes, honor that bloated belly and to maybe even start to befriend the bloated belly, because we all know what it feels like to be constantly distracted by symptoms and body scanning and wondering when it will end. And we also know how much better our quality of life is when we're almost so present with what we're doing that we forget that we're even in a human body. You know those moments where you're just having fun, whether you're dancing, whether you're with friends, you just feel good. So, not to say that's the end goal here, but just planting that as a potential possibility to think about as well. So, if you're new to tapping, feel free to check out some of the other ones to get more of a walkthrough of what to do, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Follow along, and it's, just go at your own pace. Save this for later if it's helpful. If not, great, never watch it again. But in the meantime, let's ground ourselves here for a moment. Maybe even letting that belly hang out if it's something you've been holding in. If it's something that's been feeling bloated for a while now, just letting that soften. And we'll start here. Even though I really hate this bloated belly, and it feels like it distracts me from living a life that I love, I'm choosing to breathe and soften. And even though it feels like no matter what I do, this bloating doesn't go away, I'm choosing to relax right now. And even though I find myself worrying that I might have to live with this belly for the rest of my life, I'm choosing to slow down those stories and come back to this very present moment. Because all of these stories about what it means to have SIBO, about what it means to have a constant big belly, sort of feels like I'm pregnant. This belly is distracting, and I honestly kind of hate it. I really do not feel sexy with this belly. Sometimes I don't want to be touched. And I even find myself worrying what this inflammation might mean long term. What does this inflammation mean? And these thoughts take up a lot of space. It feels heavy. Because no matter what I do, no matter what protocols I try, no matter what supplements I take, no matter how strict I am with my diet, this bloating doesn't go away. And it feels like it's robbing me from enjoying my life. I see other people with normal looking bellies, and sometimes I get jealous. I look down at my belly, and I often feel embarrassed. I feel uncomfortable. I notice that sometimes I'm not even hungry because the discomfort is so bad. Sometimes I can't even sleep because the bloating and gas is so bad. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this big belly. I thought I only wanted 2 kids. But here I go again with another one. And dealing with this belly feels like constant symptom management. Always wondering if I eat something, is it going to make the bloating worse? Am I hurting my small intestine by causing all of this inflammation? Even when I don't know what's even causing it? I honor that this belly is stressing me out. I honor that sometimes I hate my body and wish it could be like all those other people I see on Instagram, showing off their belly. They look so healthy. They look so vital. And my body, sometimes I have a hard time accepting it, when no matter what I do, I'm so uncomfortable. There's no rhyme or reason anymore. None of the protocols work. No matter how strict I am, nothing seems to budge. I honor that it has not been easy. I honor myself for putting up with this big belly day after day. And right now, I'm choosing to soften. Because I know hating my belly, hating my body, that doesn't feel good either. That's adding suffering to this already swollen belly. So I'm choosing to change the way I think about this belly. I'm choosing to let it breathe. I'm choosing to honor the fact that my belly is doing the best it can. My belly is keeping me alive, even though there's some inflammation. My belly is letting me enjoy this life. I know it did not choose to become imbalanced. And I'm choosing to honor that my belly is putting in every effort that it can to help me heal. I'm choosing to start to look at my belly with a sense of kindness. The same kindness I offer someone when they're upset, when they're feeling lost and overwhelmed. I look down at my belly and I let her know, I accept you. Even though you look different than I expected you to, even though you feel different than I expected you to, I'm choosing to accept you. Thank you for working so hard every day. I know it's not easy. I will give you the space you need to heal. I will slow down and thank you I will slow down and ask you, what do you need today? Maybe I need to breathe more deeply. Maybe I just need to rest my hand on my belly and let it know that I acknowledge its work. Let my belly know that I honor it. Because in this world of comparison, I forgot to remember that just like every flower is so different, so are bodies. And no body chooses to get sick, chooses to get SIBO. And when I remember that my body is working overtime to protect me, I soften. I choose to accept and to honor, as if I am taking care of a baby. I ask my belly what it needs yet again, as I appreciate the cells, all of the tissues, all of the muscles, the inherent wisdom within the colon and the small intestine that want to absorb, that are trying their best to digest, that sense of effort. So I slow down again and thank my belly. I let it know that I love it, that I'm here for it, that I know it's doing its best. I choose to send my belly kisses. I choose to send my belly some love. And on the days where it feels impossible to love this big old belly, I choose to love it even more. And just see what that feels like. Because as I imagine myself loving my body, accepting my body, radically accepting my body, and knowing that it's on my side, I start to soften. I bring in even deeper breaths. And I choose to move forward with a sense of gratitude for this big belly, letting it know that it's okay to take its time to heal, that it's a reminder that I can still celebrate myself even when things do not go as planned, that this belly is a part of me, that this big belly is a metaphor for life, that when things come up, obstacles come up, I am intentionally choosing to soften, to trust myself, to trust in the wisdom of each and every cell, to take their time healing. And as I recommit to accepting myself and living my life with this big old belly, I get excited as I remember that I am committed to living my life fully. I am committed to celebrating myself. I am committed to celebrating diversity in shape, in form, in ability, celebrating the diversity of life and knowing that this big belly is a part of life. And no matter what my brain might think, this belly deserves love. This belly is working hard. So I slow myself down. I let my belly know that it's safe to breathe. It can hang out in these yoga pants. It deserves the time it needs. So each and every day, I thank my belly. I intentionally love my belly. I let it know it can stay as long as it needs. Just like always, squeeze your wrists and take a deep breath in, holding at the top, and then slowly releasing the grip and the breath through the nose, releasing that big belly, and maybe even noticing what it feels like when you forget 6 months from now, when you even forget a couple hours from now, and just come back to that feeling of appreciating the belly for knowing that it's doing its best, that your body is on your side, that this big belly that's clearly working on something needs your love and tenderness. And when you can let yourself feel that the same way you'd offer that kindness to a loved one, bringing that back on yourself, I'm very curious what opens up for you. As always, let me know how that went. All right, I'll see you soon.
Some scrub, Jay. We've got some planks, some learning, got some videos, some slippers.